Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. AJ called the shot. He said, I want Francis Ngannou. Anthony Joshua is 34 years old, has 30 fights, 27 wins, 3 losses, 24 knockouts, 6'6", 250 pounds right-handed. They call him AJ. Francis Ngannou, 37 years old, 1 fight, no wins, 1 loss, no knockouts, 6'4", 258 pounds, orthodox fighter. They call him the Predator. Man, who cares, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. I understand the politics of boxing. I understand Turkey al-Sheikh is like a kid in a candy shop with mommy and daddy's allowance. But let's stop taking it to the stupid. I still don't understand people out here saying Ngannou is going to knock out AJ. Can he do it? Yes. Will he do it? I don't think so. It's my opinion. But what I will tell you is Anthony Joshua must be feeling some pressure because he's coming out here facing the former UFC heavyweight king on March 8th in Saudi Arabia. And he decided, which tells me that he feels somewhat embarrassed, to let the world know that there were other names that were provided to him. And he could have taken those names proposed and he could have picked one person out of that. But he called the shot. And he said, you know what? After I fought Wallen, I really thought I was going to fight Deontay Wilder. But the way Deontay Wilder was just, I'd say he was comprehensively outboxed. He said, I still kind of felt like that fight may happen, even though when you lose the way Wilder lost, oftentimes a fight like that's dead in the water. But he says he quickly realized when conversations started taking place that Flip Hrgovic was a name thrown at him, Kabayel was a name thrown at him, Andy Ruiz was a name thrown at him. And he said he was like, you know what? Those names didn't really move him. But then Francis Ngannou's name was thrown at him. And he said once they really had the conversations, he was like, you know what? That's who I want to fight. To prove to the world. Now, this is the thing that gets me. Anthony Joshua, how do we go from Anthony Joshua being the big dog to Tyson Fury being the big dog? Tyson Fury really kind of chasing behind AJ in a sense to now AJ chasing behind Fury. Well, I'll tell you how it happened. Fury went out there and got himself some really, really big wins, and AJ went out there and got himself some really, really big losses. Okay? That's just how it happened. The time AJ was losing, Fury was winning. So that's how you see a momentum shift. Okay? But what I will tell you here is anyone AJ fights is a big fight. But I do think in this situation, this whole thing about Andy Ruiz and the trilogy with AJ, Andy Ruiz will never get the AJ fight ever again in his life. Okay? As far as Flip Hrgovic fighting AJ, I think Flip Hrgovic can get it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Because AJ is going to get past Francis. Now, Francis is a big name. He has a huge following. Has an even bigger amassed an even bigger following after his performance against Tyson Fury. And he's the easiest of the 4 opponents. Wilder, Ruiz, Hrgovic. Yeah, and then himself would be 4. On Kabayel. And Kabayel. So those are the 4. He would make 5. So I just think Francis on paper should be the easiest. But the problem is, we all know Francis has a chin. We all know he can punch. And he's learning, and he's a student of the game. He's a fast learner, obviously. I just think for AJ, he called a shot. He's going to fight Ngannou. I think he beats him. I think he may. I don't know if he'll knock him out, but I know he can. Anthony Joshua can crack, but so can Ngannou. But Anthony Joshua's more skilled, man. But the best fighter on the night doesn't win. It's the fighter who boxes the best, and Ngannou may pull it off, right? But I truly believe this is just a little box check for AJ as he gets ready to chase after Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury beats Usyk. Now, what I will say is, I'm not so sure Tyson Fury fights AJ. I do think that's the fight to be made. I do. I think that's the fight to be made. AJ and Fury, two British guys, man, getting busy for the undisputed distinction. That's crazy. But Tyson Fury already said Usyk beat AJ twice. So why would he have to go and fight AJ now? And we all know styles make fights. So if that logic Fury's applying, it doesn't make sense. Usyk beat AJ twice. I beat Usyk. So essentially, I beat AJ. No, that's not how it works. That's what you call taking it to the stupid. I think Fury knows that AJ is a threat. And the same way Fury could you imagine Fury sit back thinking about fighting AJ, and then he thinks about how he fought Ngannou. Both of those guys, the way they're built, are like monsters, right? Ngannou was handling Fury. He's stronger than Fury. He looks at AJ and knows he's going to basically be dealing with the same physical presence of what he dealt with Ngannou. And he's not going to want to deal with that. And he knows AJ has power and AJ can box. But everyone questions AJ's chin. But one thing I'll say for sure is, who wins between AJ and Ngannou? I got AJ winning. Who wins between AJ and Fury? You know, that fight that's set for February 17th? You know, I don't know. But I will say this, that AJ has a very good chance of winning that fight. Because he can fight on the outside, he can fight on the inside. Deontay Wilder couldn't do those things. Chisora couldn't really have an opportunity to do anything, and neither did Dillian White. Okay? So I think AJ brings a lot more to the table than any other fighter in the heavyweight division when it comes to having the best shot of getting a win against Tyson Fury. Usyk has a shot, but he's not as strong as AJ. And when it comes to the inside fighting, I don't think he's as good as AJ either. Because Usyk's not really a guy who's trying to fight on the inside. He's just sitting around the ring just trying to use his footwork and ring generalship to put the Ukrainian bing-bings on you. Really simple, man. But that being said, let's just wait and see how everything goes, man. You know, boxing is a hard night for anybody. It really is. But we'll see how it all plays out. I got AJ beating Ngannou, and then AJ chasing his tail, because if Fury beats Usyk, I don't think Fury will fight AJ, period. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, 7 continents. I'm in the breeze.